What's going on? Jason Phillips here, owner and founder of the Nutritional Coaching Institute. And today we are talking about how to track alcohol in your macros. Now, before we jump into it, do me a favor, make sure you've given us that thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and of course, click the link in the description so we can send you your free copy of the Nutrition Coach's Cheat Sheet. All of the information I've used to create transformations the last 16 years, and the exact same information I've used to help coaches scale their impact and of course, their income. So the question remains, how do we track alcohol? First things we have to understand is 1 gram of alcohol is going to have 7 calories. Obviously, we know protein and carbohydrates, 1 gram equals 4 calories. Fats, 1 gram equals 9 calories. We're traditionally not really working with the 7s. For us to be able to track this, what we're gonna do first is figure out what is the total number of calories of the alcoholic beverage away from the carbs and fats, right? So if you're having, let's call it a Tito's and cranberry, okay? We're gonna subtract the carbohydrate and the calories from those carbohydrate from the cranberry juice, and we're gonna be left with the Tito's. Now, I went and I did some research. We found out that 1.5 ounces of Tito's has 98 calories, all right? So we can conclude this 98 divided by 7 would give us about 14 grams of alcohol, all right? So the 14 grams of alcohol gives us the 98 calories, but how do we attribute that in our macros? Because there's no alcohol that we're typically tracking. Well, we do this by subtracting numbers from either carbs or fat. So when we look at 98 calories, we divide it by 4. That means 1.5 ounces would be like removing 24.5 grams of carbohydrate. All right, so if you were to have 1.5 ounces of Tito's, that means for the day, you can have 24.5 grams less of carbohydrate, still stay within your overall calories, still be on track with your goals. Or we understand 98 divided by 9 gives us 10.9 grams of fat. So if you just simply want to hit your overall calories, subtract 10.9 grams of fat, that will still keep you well within your goal and still consistently hitting your targets. Now, you don't have to do it all from carbs or all from fats. Another example would be we could subtract 80 of those calories from carbohydrates. So we're going to subtract 20 grams of carbs, and we could subtract the other 18 calories from fat and remove 2 fats. Okay, so you can have any combination therein. Really, at the end of the day, we've all heard the term if it fits your macros as a dieting style. Perhaps it's time to consider when implementing alcohol, if it fits your calories may be a better approach. I do want to point out, obviously, this is understanding calorie for calorie, how to do it, ultimately subtracting from your macros. There are, of course, hormonal ramifications that you're going to have to worry about with repeated exposure to alcohol or repeated consumption of alcohol. We understand alcohol does lower testosterone levels. We understand an altered hormone profile moving forward could affect overall metabolism, overall metabolic rate. So there are other things that you're going to want to consider. To answer the question that we posed in this video, how do you track alcohol? This is how you do it. You figure out the total number of calories of alcohol, you divide it out by either 4 or 9 to figure out the total number of carbs or fats you're going to subtract from, and you have a way to stay on track with hitting your goals. If you guys like this information, if you're ready to go out and put it into use, be sure you give us that thumbs up. Be sure you click that link in the description. Get your copy of the Nutrition Coach's Cheat Sheet, where information like this and several other things that I've used the last 16 years are yours completely for free. And of course, my friends, do us one favor, choose impact over everything.